All right, guys, welcome to the Phantom's Call. This is a Summoner's Glory podcast, and this will be the episode number 3. Today, I am joined by Incredible John and Tacco Gaming. Both have been very, very active in the game and quite knowledgeable. Incredible John is also a old school content creator for Raid Shadow Legends, as well as Tacco Gaming also plays Raid Shadow Legends. So we're gonna dive into and talk to them and see what other games they've played and all the different topics that we're gonna cover today. Just a little bit, we're going to be kind of going over, obviously getting to know your content creator. We're going to be going over some of the things within the game, updates, things that we would like to see changed, and various other different topics. So stick around and let's get into it.
Yes. Sounds like a plan.
Awesome. I like it. All right, guys. So like I was saying at the beginning there, so let's get a little bit of a background on you guys. So for example, Incredible John, you want to kind of start us off and let us know, like, what kind of games did you like grow up playing, or like what kind of got you into gaming that kind of led you to where you're at today in the game?
I didn't really care terribly much about gaming when I was like I wasn't one of those Pokemon kind of people who played on the Nintendo and stuff. I got my start through browser games. My first game, I believe, was Dragon Fable. Which I'm not sure if too many people have heard about it, but it was kind of like a turn-based game. And ever since then, I did more browser games. And my friend introduced me to a game called Conquer Online, which is the first game I played for like 10 years or something. And that's the first game which wasn't a browser game, which I began playing. And after a while I got into the game I started my YouTube channel with was actually League of Angels 2. And through that game I really enjoyed making videos on that game, or I really enjoyed playing that game, and I asked people in the server if I should record it. And ever since then I've kind of fallen into a lot of browser games. And then later down the road, League of Angels Paradise Lands, that's a mobile game. I got into that, and things progressed more in the mobile game variety. And ever since then, I've just enjoyed turn-based games because, in my opinion, you can have skills, live action strategy, and you can have skills in the long-term strategy. Live action strategy I would call an FPS shooter game because you need to strategize and be good right in the moment. But with a turn-based game, you need more long-term strategy, and I really like that. That you can puzzle your characters together and make some fun combinations and have strategy in that way compared to live strategy. And that's kind of what I did. And then I obviously played Raid Shadow Legends, and my channel blew up from that. Yeah, now I'm playing Summoner's Glory, and it's quite fun.
Awesome. Yeah, so it sounds like you kind of stuck with the sounds like you kind of tried all the different types of genre of games, but then you can just kind of find a niche in these long-term strategy games, sounds like.
Yeah, to be fair though, I haven't played FPS games more than 1 hour in my entire life, so I haven't had too much experience with them. But I do like games which doesn't require a lot of live action skill, I suppose.
Okay. All right, well, that's cool. Tacco, what about you, buddy? What have you done, or what games have you gotten into that kind of led you to today, where we're at now?
Well, I'm actually the complete opposite from John, whereas FPS games were pretty much my genre. I grew up playing Call of Duty.
Oh, okay.
A lot of Call of Duty, like the World at War and Modern Warfare 2 and that sort of games. But I also played when I was a lot younger. I used to play Spyro
I
quite a
played
lot.
that too.
Okay, yeah, I played that one.
I used to really enjoy that. I dumped countless hours into that. I don't know why, but I did. And obviously, I the same as John. I also joined the Raid Shadow Legends community. I actually know John from Raid Shadow Legends community, who's one of the
Heck yeah.
first YouTubers I actually watched for the videos, and it really got me into the game.
Oh, that's awesome.
So yeah, thanks for that, John.
Makes me very happy to hear. I'm glad I've inspired people a little bit.
No, that's awesome.
Now,
that's awesome.
Now, obviously, I'm now jumping over to Summoner's Glory along with the rest of us.
Nice. Yeah. No, that's cool. I mean, so it's kind of funny. So you took the first person approach into gaming, and then just kind of kind of wound up in the mobile genre and of gaming, right, Taco?
Yeah, yeah. To be honest, Raid was probably one of the first mobile games I've actually really got into.
Oh, okay.
Like, I
What
switched between games every now and then, but Raid for some reason really caught my attention and my wallet as well.
Yeah. What I want to add
Yeah.
to Rachel Legends, it's a mobile game. Let's be fair, like no other in terms of graphics. What really led me into it was the incredible graphics. I'd never seen a mobile game with such graphics, at least a turn-based mobile game with such graphics. So
Mhm.
that's what made it stand out for me, and it still stands out in my opinion with mobile games regarding the graphics, at least.
Oh yeah, I think so. So a little bit of background about myself. I grew up gaming. Like I've been gaming since I was 10, 12, maybe 13 years old. I actually started out with playing on like the Atari, playing Pong with my dad, and we played all kinds of games growing up. And then I got into football games. I got into first-person shooters. I got into MMORPGs, just RPG games, and period. So I've done a lot of gaming, and I never really got into mobile gaming until Clash of Clans, and I played that for a while until my guild died, and I was like, you know what? Okay, well, I don't want to like go look for a new guild. That seems like a whole lot of work. So actually, I got into Raid kind of the same way as what you were piggybacking on here, John. John is like the graphics. It kind of caught me. Like I saw the advertisement and I saw the graphics. I'm like, there's no way a mobile game has good graphics. Like it's on your cell phone. Like you know what I mean. Like you shouldn't see very good graphics. And the next thing I know, I downloaded it, started playing it, and I was hooked. It's like yeah, like the graphics were amazing. I'm like holy crap. But now that I'm over a year into the raid land here, and honestly I'm coming to a point where I'm getting close to just being kind of done with raid. I'm not really like fan of where they're going with the game. And that's when I found Summoner's Glory, and it's just been like I don't know, I've been hooked ever since. So
Yeah, Summoner's Glory is a very fun game. Like, out of most of the mobile games I've played, the only two that has stood out has been Raid Shadow Legends and Summoner's Glory. Summoner's Glory really, I don't know, there's something special about it. So I really enjoy Summoner's Glory as well.
awesome, yeah. Say I'm definitely enjoying it myself. So, um, so speaking of Summoner's Glory here, guys, what like obviously you know John, you're saying you're enjoying it. Taco, I know you're playing it and you're kind of enjoying it. What do you guys kind of like relate it to other games, and like how does it really stand out to you compared to other like mobile games in the gacha industry? Uh,
I
Go ahead, John.
Yeah, I suppose I can answer. What's really made it stand out to me is that you can, for free, pretty much get any champion you want if you have the RNG on your side. And another point to make comparatively to other mobile games, you know, SS champion could be considered like a legendary or something because it's the highest tier, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
there's no SSR or whatever, and you have a pretty high likelihood of getting an SS champion in this game with the epic books or gold books. Like you can get 3 SS champions in an epic book. Um, so I really feel like the chances of champions at least getting SS champions in this game is pretty high compared to, as an example, idle heroes or whatever, where you have
Mm-hmm.
a very low likelihood of getting a good champion. But then again, what's yeah, I think that's kind of what made me like it a lot, and I also like that you do like so much damage on boss health, like monster health in general compared to other games. Like if you were to fight a boss in, as an example, and like World of Warcraft or whatever, like it would take 10 minutes, 30 minutes, depending on the difficulty of the dungeon. But here you
Mm-hmm.
can do it in like less than 5 minutes if you have a good team. And I really enjoy that it doesn't take so much of your day, where you have to do 30-minute dungeon runs like 5 times a day, as an example. So that's something that also spoke to me, and I do like the variety of it, I guess.
Yeah,
Oh, awesome.
I agree with John on that, and I think one key thing for me, actually two key things, is number one, the battle assistant. I think the battle assistant and how it's working, how it works in the game is absolutely amazing, and it really helps people progress through the game. How people want to progress through the game. You're not limited on how much progression that you can do. And the second thing is the squadding up feature as well. You can play with your friends, you can meet new people through the game, especially for us content creators. Obviously, we probably help and assist a lot of people through the game who use our codes and stuff like that. It gives
Right.
us the opportunity to communicate more with our community, for one,
Right.
and it's just a lot better, isn't it? you can
It
you can
really is.
go through the game a lot quicker. You can go through at your own pace if you wanted to, or you can go through that way with your squadding up feature with other people in the community.
Yeah, no, I definitely, I think that's like one of the biggest part of the games that I really enjoy. And I think that's kind of what stands out to me is not only do you have the battle assistant, which I like because it's like AFK farming. Like I think one of the biggest drawbacks on a lot of mobile games is the fact that when you're doing farming, or you want to you need gear, or you need materials, you have to actually physically like watch the character get them, right? With the battle assistant, at least you can kind of do it in the background. So I think that's one definitely like a different feature that has to offer that I like. And then, yeah, like Tacco's saying, guys, this squad feature is awesome because yeah, I mean, I'll do, when I'm streaming, or even just when I'm not streaming, and people just hit me up and like, hey, can you help me with this? Like, yeah, obviously, like let's run you through as many instances as we can to kind of get you up to speed. And it's also very nice for the free to play players who they whatever circumstances may be where they don't want to spend money in the game, we can actually help them and kind of progress their account so that they could still enjoy the game more so than they would if it was just a single player game dependent upon what you can achieve in the game. So I think that that definitely sets it apart from most games.
Yeah, I do like the you can carry people as a high level player in hard dungeons, even though they haven't reached there in the main quest. But I do believe that's actually a bug. Like it wasn't meant to happen. So it's kind of funny that we were able to do that.
I know. I'm so
And
thankful for
counting it
that
as a
bug.
feature. Yeah, hopefully they will never fix that bug because that's
Right.
fun.
That's funny. So speaking of bugs, do you guys know? So apparently there's been a lot of talk, and I actually just did a video on it as well about potential updates coming to the game, and the game got released to the Southeast Asia Play Store. How does that kind of make you guys feel, and like what kind of updates have you heard about, or like what are your thoughts on it, and are you excited about it?
Who should you ask first?
Let's go
Of
with
course,
Tacco.
there's a level of excitement to it. Yeah, absolutely, because we can all see what's coming. Um, Obviously, I've seen screenshots of the fast evoing system, which we
Mm-hmm.
all want, whether you're early game, mid game, end game, doesn't matter. We all want it. You've also got the champion star rating, which everybody wants as well. So that's what I've seen, and also they've got obviously better bonuses in the game and stuff like that. But absolutely, really looking forward to it. Hopefully, it's not too long until it comes out.
Yeah, and what I like about them releasing the game to more places and a larger player base, which means more people to play with, and that also means hopefully more revenue for the game, so that they can have a bigger development team to develop it even quicker and take even more suggestions, hopefully from the players. So I think you're expanding it and expanding who can play it and how many people can play it will hopefully help both the players and the developers of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a good thing. And as for what I've heard about is a promotion system, which I'm very excited about because I've spent too many hours promoting champions. So it will be nice to to kind of just speed that up a little bit.
Right. It's
And
definitely a testament to your will if you can sit there for hours
yeah.
evoing your phantoms.
So yeah, if you see like Paul on server 3 with like Evolution 8 champions, you're like, wow, that's a lot of hours behind that.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
Many
a lot.
hours.
I don't know if you guys know Fixian, but he spent 14 hours evoing 8 Ankaras.
Oh, goodness
Ouch.
me, man. The
That's a
resources
lot.
needed as well. It's actually kind of crazy. Like the amount of hero essence. Like they should, I suppose, like as wanting a feature is a feature to obtain more hero essence in general, because the hero essence really can be an issue sometimes.
Yep. Yeah, it seems like gold and life essence are pretty much the lifeblood of the game that are going to hold you back potentially.
Yeah, or
Yeah, that's your
Evolution 1
bottleneck.
materials.
Yes, yes. Evolution 1 materials are such a They're kind of
Yeah,
rare
they're
commodity.
actually like they're incredibly difficult. Like, yeah, I wish they added those to the shop or something like that. You could purchase 10 weekly or 100 weekly, or yeah, for Evolution 10, 1,000 weekly.
That would be nice. Also, real quick, thank you very much, Chosen, for coming in with the raid. As we're streaming this, guys, and you guys are seeing this later on YouTube, we're streaming on Twitch right now, and CF Chosen has graced us with his presence with a big raid, and we appreciate that. So,
Chosen is a cool person.
oh yeah, I've
Also a
actually
right
been
person.
working a lot with him here lately with actually Summoner's Glory, because he's gotten into it too, and it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's very fun. Like, it's like everyone is jumping off the raids train and joining the Summoner's Glory train.
Yeah, which is
I'm not
awesome.
surprised.
I hope it actually kickstarts this game and really gets it off on the running. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I agree fully with that.
no. So another thing coming up, guys. You guys are aware Mother's Day is coming up, right? So
Yeah, I think it's a different day where I am. Like
oh,
a
is it?
different period.
Yeah, different for me as well. We've had ours.
What?
I just looked at the date
oh,
there,
I
and it's
gotta
like,
they're
Google,
Google
man.
they're
I gotta
googling when Mother's Day
Google.
is, guys. This isn't good.
Mother's Day in Norway. Let's see here. It's 14th of February. It was 14th of February this year. It was
Oh
on
wow!
Valentine's
So
Day, I believe.
yeah,
oh,
ours was
okay.
14th of March. You scared me there, John.
Oh okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here I thought I was doing you guys a public service by reminding you, yeah, but I never thought of it. Obviously, you guys are in different locations and countries, so yeah, your Mother's Day may be different than ours. So yeah, ours is actually coming up. It's going to be next Sunday, I believe. With that being said, though, I wanted to kind of bring up, like, do you guys think we are going to get a like an event that's going to trigger with Mother's Day? I know we just got an event for Easter. What do you guys think? Are we going to have anything special coming to the game for Mother's Day by chance?
Well, with gacha games in general, they usually enjoy making Mother's Day like events on holidays such as
Mhm.
Easter, summer, fall, Halloween, you name it. So it would surprise me if there was not a Mother's Day event. I'm pretty confident there should be, if they follow the pattern of the typical gacha game.
And
Okay.
there's an event coming on the 1st of May, isn't there?
I think so. That is the rumor. I don't know if we've had any official announcement yet on that, but yeah, that's kind of where I was going with that. I think there might be an event coming up, so I'm wondering if that's not going to be a play on it for potentially being like a Mother's Day event. But
yeah, that would make sense. That would make sense. Hopefully they will.
I think
will
they'd probably
make it.
tie them together somehow.
Yeah, hopefully
awesome.
it will be free to play friendly.
Yeah, I hope so. And actually, that's kind of why I wanted to bring it up, because I don't know if did either of you guys participate in the previous Easter event we just had?
Yes.
The one with wait, no, I don't think I was a part of that. I was kind of personal stuff at that
Oh,
time,
okay.
so I didn't play the game too much. So, but I did get the Goddess Zoe from the shop.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that was actually, I think, one of the first events I've actually gotten to play with or get into being a content creator, and I thought it was awesome. And then I later on found out that the previous ones were actually a little bit harder. So it seems like they're taking a different approach on their events. So this past Easter event, John, since you said you couldn't really get into it, it only cost 25k diamonds to actually complete the entire series of the event.
Wow, that's cheap. I think it was 60k or something on the earlier ones. Like,
Yeah,
it was
that's
kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, that's what I was told. So I was like, oh, wow. Like, because even when I saw that, I was like, oh, wow, this is a great event. Like, if this is the kind of events the game's going to be releasing and having, like, that's going to be really good. I feel like that's a good middle ground for your very low spenders or even your free to play spenders. Like, that's not that far off, because you can get,
Yeah.
up to almost 1,000 diamonds a day. I think it's like 700 and some diamonds you can get a day. So as long as you're doing your due diligence, I feel like that's an awesome target goal. So I mean, I'll be interested to see if they have that.
Of the gem thing, like the rebate card stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, as long as you're just conservative with that, and yeah, it's a good milestone, and it's actually achievable, which is very nice.
Yeah, I think I picked up Zoe. soon as I got home from my meetings, and then I fully booked her almost immediately.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with the golden Easter eggs. I wasn't playing any games with that one.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I kind of did the same thing. I think I had like 12K diamonds saved up, and then they had these massive Easter eggs that were like $100 for, gave you a lot of materials, and it gave you skill phantoms. And that's like the biggest thing I'm running into is like I don't have any skill phantoms to really push some of the higher skills of my phantoms, because I can't seem to ever pull them. Like, you know, my secret dancer, I mean, I'm farming her now, but I couldn't never pull any. My Ankaris, you know, I'd spent X amount of dollars, so I have X amount of books, but yeah, I didn't have any skill phantoms, and I was worried that I was gonna get Goddess Zoe and then not have to be like not be able to book her. So yeah, I think I popped like 3 or 4 of those eggs to finish that event real quick. And I'm pretty sure I did it within like the first day or 2 of that Easter event.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah,
That's quick. That's very quick.
oh yeah.
I done
What
it
I
within about
really,
half an hour.
yeah, what I really missed is that they removed skill phantoms from the crystal shop. That's kind of what I didn't understand that decision. That's one of the few things that wasn't a great update in my opinion, because that was like the only place you could get them efficiently for 1 crystal, and they removed it. Like that's how I started this game pretty well, I suppose a little bit early, I guess. And so I used a lot of those skill phantoms from the crystal shop to level up my skills. And now
Oh,
that
okay.
they're not there anymore, it's
Mhm.
like it's a pain in the bee. Like I haven't been able to skill my goddess Zoe, and I really doubt that I will be able to anytime soon. Unless they add like a new PvP system, which I think I heard rumors of. They wanted to work more on that and make skill phantoms like a reward there.
Oh, that would be awesome. Yeah. So you kind of got
Yeah,
a leg
I've
up
heard
on us
rumors
by
about
getting in
that.
at the beginning.
Yeah. So that was fun. But in the first place, the skill phantoms shouldn't have been removed. But what can you do?
Right. Right. Taco, you were about to say something?
No, I just coughed.
Oh. Fair enough. Fair enough. So yeah, so it sounds like with the way they're going with events, I really feel like hopefully they're gonna really do something nice with these new events that are potentially coming. So I definitely cannot wait for that. Um so since you guys, you know, you've been playing, you've gotten a little bit of experience under your belt now. What kind of formation are you guys using as far as like your phantom goes, and what kind of tactics led you to use those said phantoms? Taco, let's go ahead and start with you on that question, buddy.
So really, at the moment, I'm just playing about because I've just got Arthur. I'm just looking at my phone. That's why I'm looking down.
You're
So
fine.
I've got Ankaris, Merlin, Arthur, and Goddess Zoe is what I'm currently running.
Okay.
And I'm running Goddess Zoe in a Headcracker set to sort of CC out with a AOE, which I hadn't actually seen anybody do before. So I just thought, you know what, I'll try it. I'll see how it works. And actually, it's pretty incredible. I'll
Really?
be honest. Yeah, it's really good. It's actually really overpowered because he still hits really hard as well.
Oh, that's
Then you've
interesting.
got Merlin is obviously in Harvest and Depression. You've got Ankaris in Skull and Harvest. Uh, and Arthur's I've put it in Battleground, Battle Wound, Battleground,
Oh,
Battle
okay.
Wound.
The battle wound. Yeah.
Yeah, speaking to the higher standard, he basically told me put put him in that. Trust me. I was like, okay.
Okay, let's test it out. That's awesome. So you're trying to play with the new potential of the top meta then, Taco. Sounds like.
Yeah, I
Okay.
got him and I just started evoing him up and I thought, you know, why not? It's coming, so it's potentially coming. Who knows whether the meta will change? But with his buff or recent
Hmm.
skill changes, I think it's slowly switching, and he does do
Nice.
some work.
Yeah, I saw that. I actually did a video on him, and when I was testing him, I didn't have him crit. I didn't have his crit maxed out, but when he did crit, he did some damage, and I was very impressed because of his counterattack skill. So then, like, it looked like when Secret Dancer would hit him, like when I tried to play with him in arena, and when Secret Dancer would hit him, if he survived the hit, he would attack like, her again. But then, like, Ankaris with her 6-point attack, right? It looked like every time he got hit, he could counterattack. So
Hmm.
like that's huge,
That's quite
especially with
insane.
like Merlin. Right. For example, with Merlin's got what does he do? 12? Is it 12?
Yeah,
Yeah.
12. Yeah,
So if he gets hit multiple times by Merlin, that's a lot of counterattacks.
And also with the battle wounds, you get heals every counter attack as well.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think of
That's
that.
quite insane. I didn't think of. I need to build. I need to build Merlin right now. I guess sounds like a champion.
Yeah, Merlin's good, and then and he was talking about showcasing his King Arthur. So yeah, that's awesome. Incredible John, what phantoms are you currently using, and kind of like how do you have them geared or skilled with the runes and whatnot?
Yeah, so I'm running Secret Dancer, Ancaris, Puppeteer, and Sea Conqueror.
Okay.
And the team, I will talk about the runes in a second here, but what I enjoy about this team is the turn meter control from Sea Conqueror. That's why I'm using her. The turn meter control, not necessarily it's cool in PvP, but it's incredible for PvE. You can get really far with controlling the turn meter or attack bar in this game.
Right.
So yeah, I can go. Yeah, I can look at the runes right now. So my secret dancer is running oppression, 4 oppression and 2 harvest. Just because that's what Popeye recommended to me. He's a big guy from server 1, so I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do that.
Nice.
And then my Ancaris is running actually 4 harvest and 2x. Currently, I don't have good enough runes, so I don't have a set for the 2x, but the 4x is harvest. I just figured, due to her having to use her shield thing in the beginning before doing her ultimate attack, I figured I may as well make her quick, so that she's one of the quickest champions, so that she can get to her ultimate attack faster. That was at least the idea behind it, but yeah, she seems to be working out. I didn't really before her. I actually had Dracula Eye instead,
Okay.
but I changed to Ancaris just because I saw Popeye have her, and I was like, yeah, I'll be a copycat.
That's funny.
Yeah, and
Nice.
then I have Puppeteer and Headcracker staff with spines as 2x. Due to her just doing all the super duper AoE damage, so she has a high stun chance. And then my Sea Conqueror is also in 4x harvest and 2x oppression. Just to make her, I believe she's the quickest champion I have, and that's just to make her beside the main character, obviously. So she's just there to reduce the attack bar as soon as she can. And
Yeah.
that's kind of how I built it right now. But I do want to try out Lord of Shadows. I've seen him be kind of nutty. Arch or Master Merlin, I want to try. There's a lot of champions I want to try. I also have used Haley a lot until recently instead of Puppeteer.
Oh, okay.
Before I got Puppeteer.
So you putting
yeah,
Haley in the Headcracker set then?
Yeah, she is in the Headcracker set for sure. She's she's also bugged, which you guys probably know. Like she does the Sea Sentinel skill, which is her 4th skill. It says on an allied turn, there's a 25% chance for it to immediately take action. But how that works is when you take damage, she has, with the skill leveled up, essentially a 40% chance to get a turn, or whenever a turn is made. It's been a while since I played the game, but she gets way more turns than she should. Oh, they fixed the bugs.
Yes, it sounds like chat said they fixed the bug. Yeah. I do remember that being a thing. I remember when I first started, they're like, yeah, you want to use Haley, dude. It's like, she's bugged right now. So every time anyone does anything, she can go. I'm like, oh, that's kind of broken.
Yeah, Haley is insane. But oh well, it was a bug. So it's fine that it was fixed, I guess.
Yeah, it was fun while it lasted, right?
Yeah. I used her a lot while she was spiked, so I'm not going to complain there.
Nice.
I never built one. I think I missed out there.
Oh yeah, I mean she's still really good to use because of her A2 ability and the A4 because she can still proc that extra turn. It's kind of like having Relentless on her. But yeah, so she's still very viable just because of you put her in Headcracker set and her A2 will absorb the attack bar and then it'll potentially stun them. So that's awesome. Like that's a lot of CC that's kind of just built in, and she's super easy to get. Like she's one of the most common SSs.
Yeah, you can also get her in guild shop as well, so it's very easy to just get copies as well for scaling her up.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's like 7,000 guild points, isn't it? Something like that.
Yeah, and you
Yeah, I
can
think
Yeah,
so.
very
probably.
easily get that weekly, so easily. Like I have
Mm.
51k now, and I don't even know what to do with it. So it's very
Nice. Yeah, so I'm currently running Inkaris, Secret Dancer, Sea Conqueror, and I've got Goddess Zoe. I just got her leveled up to 5. I've been kind of playing with her. I was using Zeus because Zeus and Secret Dancer pairs so well with his paralysis plus the attack up. So I was using him with Secret Dancer, and that was working really, really well. But now I put Goddess Zoe in there, and it seems like it sped up my runs just a little bit because Goddess Zoe can hit pretty hard. And then if I do take a hit, it seems like her passive will actually heal most of my formation pretty easily. So, but I'm still testing her. I got to get, I don't know if you guys are looking at the screen right now, but yeah, unfortunately, I got to get some of these guys up to Evo 6, Evo 7. I only have one Evo 7 right now, and it's in Karis. So
Yeah, same here.
I
Yeah,
got to push my account.
yeah. I also only got one Evolution 7, which is
Oh,
my
okay.
secret answer.
Oh, nice.
And the rest is Evo 6, I guess. But yeah, I need to work on that.
I know that AFK farming and that battle assistant to get those tier 1 mats. That's where we're all at, I think, right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something to note though, if you
Mhm.
have the evolution essence or whatever, like the blue the hero essence, you can very easily farm with a Scarlet Saber. You can very
Mm.
easily just do dungeon number 2 in the Elemental Lord, and then you can very easily farm
okay.
the blue materials very quickly. Like you can spend 1,000 energy in a very low amount of time, so or vigor rather. So you can
Mhm.
very easily farm it quickly if you want to. But with that, you're sacrificing all the essence for the most part, which you get from doing the dungeon 10s.
Right, all the
But
extra
yeah, I
bonus you
auto
get from it.
clicked a
Yeah.
lot, like the blue materials.
Right, yeah.
I've
Auto clicker definitely seems like it's a kind of our friend in this game.
yeah.
Nice.
So you need the rich goblin to come by, John.
Yeah,
40k gold.
yeah. I need the rich. God, I need so much gold.
Yeah, it's like I currently have 6.8 million gold and 1.7 million hero essence. It's like it's kind of
Nice.
imbalanced right now.
Yeah,
I need to farm gold a lot.
yeah. I
Are
know.
you
I
ready to
had.
hear mine?
What do you got, Taco?
I've got 70 million gold and 28 million essence of life.
Oh my god. Okay,
Taco's rich on the life
okay.
essence. He took that sacrifice in your
Yeah.
S's very
Didn't know we
seriously.
had Elon Musk on this podcast. That's
That's
very cool.
awesome.
That's very cool.
Yeah, so I think the other day I had close to like 250 million gold in the game, and I'm pretty sure I blew it all within like 3 hours of clicking.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, well, I upgraded a lot of my runes, and it seems like it's about 15 to 20 million per rune to get to that level 15. Yeah, so
Yeah,
I
that's
went
rough.
through
And
a
you need
lot
so
of
many
it.
rune copies as well.
Yep,
You need a
exactly.
lot of runes.
Yeah, that's pretty much
But,
I literally live in the Demon Fortress overnight.
at least like you don't have to pay to remove the gear from your characters like in Raid Shadow Legends, so that's a good
Right.
plus.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. Can you imagine?
Oh
Yeah.
man, that would be rough.
That
Yeah.
would be rough.
I saw that and I'm like, wait, this doesn't seem right. Like Raid makes me pay silver to remove my gear. Why don't I have to pay for it right now?
It's just stupid. And like the developers have answered it and they're like they're never going to change it, they said. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
That's
Yeah, good for
huge.
them.
Yep. So
Yeah.
so how far have you guys actually made it in the game right now? Are you guys completed the storyline up until whenever we get an update on it, or?
Yes, I've completed the story a good time ago, I suppose.
Nice.
And what's kind of cool as with this game compared to other games is that you can, as you mentioned earlier, I guess, team up with someone super strong to just carry you as long as you want, and that's been very helpful. I believe there's only two or three battles where you cannot do a battle in a squad, so it's very cool, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I think a couple of those battles you might be referring to, John, are the zombie battles. A zombie approaching with the blue
Yeah,
river
it's up
shadows
with
and stuff like that.
Oh
with
yeah.
the demon
There's
tower, right? Like with the tower.
yeah, there's a way around that now though.
Oh, is there?
Oh
Oh,
yeah, that one was glitched.
okay.
I got help on that one myself.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
did
because
I.
I know the ones on the side works, but the one in the middle by the statue didn't work. Wait, no, what? Wait, I can't remember. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's right. The one in the statue was Blue Lord of Shadows.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you got to
There was
manually talk
one
to
of
the
them, which, but
NPC.
I guess, yeah, okay. That's very cool though that it works. Now you can truly carry someone to the end, if you have two strong people carrying
Hmm.
one.
Yeah. What you have to do is the highest standard released a guide video on it. You have to sort of teleport away in the kingdom of Ertus, like to the far side of
Okay.
the map. You
Oh,
activate the quest. You create a squad. Invite who you want to squad whilst you're running towards that quest. And providing they join in time, they'll be in the battle with you.
oh,
Oh, yeah. See, I didn't do it
that's
that way. I did
cool.
it. I just manually talked to them, but I wonder. I'm
Yeah.
wondering how long it'll be before they try to patch that. Maybe we shouldn't talk too much about that before the
Yeah,
devs fix it.
no. There's no bugs in this game. It's bug free. Don't worry about
Yeah,
the bugs.
exactly.
It's
There's no
fine.
bugs. You don't need to fix anything,
Yeah,
devs.
no
It's fine.
bugs. Nothing wrong here.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, say I actually
Yeah.
just finished the story mode last night on stream. Actually, I had a couple of guys help me carry me. I made it to Ghost Vault hard, and then we squatted up, and I was finally able to beat the last like 3 missions of the story mode. So now have completed it and waiting for the new content.
That's very cool. That's very cool. Hopefully, the new content will come out very soon. Because it's been coming soon for a very long time. It's like the I don't know if you know much about Raid Shadow Legends memes, but there was always like a soon TM, because there was always things they said came soon, but it came like a very long time later. So people made a meme about it, about just quoting Raid Shadow Legends doing soon TM.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I didn't realize that one.
Yeah, it's like the campfire took like 2 years to do, so
Oh, really?
it's a while.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
like
they
the
turned it
campfire.
into a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, but I assume this game will hopefully add more story very soon.
I hope so. I mean,
Yeah,
I would imagine they probably will, but yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens.
yeah. It
But
was approved in store. Okay.
what's
Someone is
that?
talking chat. Some apparently wait, help. There's something in chat about something being improved, like an update to the game.
Oh,
So
apparently
I
it was
assume it
approved
will
in
come
the
out soon.
store. Oh,
Yeah,
uh-oh. That means there could be a
very
or
nice.
there could be a event coming pretty soon for an update. That would be awesome. I mean, that could definitely
Yeah, that would be
change
nice.
the game for sure.
Yeah. Something I think which the game will benefit from when they have a
Hmm.
bigger player base, which we all hope they do at some point, is that they will have again a bigger developer team and continued and start
Right.
doing what every other game does, is to have a one update a week or something. One update a week is very common for mobile games, and that really keeps it. It doesn't necessarily have to be an entire new system every week, but small tweaks here and there and additions to different things should definitely make the game be less stale in a way, to where you always feel like you have something to do. So hopefully
Yeah.
with a bigger player base, they will be able to roll out updates more frequently.
Yeah, I really hope so. It seems like the Crystal Shop is changing fairly quickly now. I think when I started playing, they're kind of a lot of the community was kind of complaining that it wasn't changing very often. But it seems like within what is this, the last few months now, we've had 2 rotations of the Crystal Shop. Do you know, John? You've been playing this for a little longer. How often was the Crystal Shop getting updated beforehand up till now? Or did you
Never.
notice?
It didn't reset at all. It was the same for
Oh,
months.
Yeah,
Like
that's
it
what I heard.
just didn't change.
oh, that's cool. So yeah, so it does sound like they're starting to kind of gear up for that more global release then, because yeah, that's, I mean, with King Arthur introduced into the Crystal Shop, this would be the second time now that we've had a rotation in the Crystal Shop.
Yep.
Yeah. There was also a bug whenever they update the shop. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if it's the Crystal Shop in particular, but whenever they update the shop in general or the store, like things reset. So you see like the backpack expander, the price resets down again, and like you could have bought it up until 500 gems and then stopped. And whenever
What?
the shop resets for whatever reason with event items or whatever, it just resets down to 100 again. So I definitely recommend not buying if you have issues with your backpack. Just wait until they update the shop.
I
That really
just
helps.
maxed out my backpack.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
did I.
yeah. Oh, you did? Okay.
Oh
Okay.
no. That's
Is
it,
it
guys. You got to reach
600,
out to your
which is the
content
max?
creators more often.
Yeah. Is it 600, which is the cap, or
No, it's like 340.
yeah, so
Well,
it's not,
backpack?
that's what I'm set at. Yeah.
I don't
I'm
know.
at
When I
540.
would say I think it's 5 something, right?
Oh,
I'm
maybe I'm just not
540
maxed
right
out then.
now.
Well, Taco, that works out
Yeah.
for you. You can save some diamonds
Yeah,
then,
it
because
worked out.
I spent
It
all
worked
my
out.
diamonds maxing it out. I opened too many. I did too many instance carries and had too much gear in my backpack.
Yeah, you can use the warehouse though. The warehouse in the game is very, very useful.
Yeah, that's true. I
I
always
use
forget
the
about the
warehouse. I
warehouse.
did
Yeah, my warehouse is maxed out. It's full, completely
Wait,
full.
your warehouse is full?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine also is full, to be fair.
Wow. Yeah, I've used it like once, and that's it. You guys already have full warehouses. I feel like I'm slacking, guys.
But yeah, I have like most of my stuff in the warehouse though. Like my inventory right now is
Mhm.
40 items out of 540. So I have 500 slots.
Okay.
So
Yep.
it's not like I'm lacking at
Gotcha.
least.
Yeah, mine's 148 out of 340. Most of that is epic books and runes.
That's very
Just
cool.
stacks and stacks.
Nice. That's awesome. So guys, so it sounds like so if Enfair confirmed that the update may be coming, then that means we may get other updates coming as well. Looking at the game as it is right now, what kind of other updates would you guys like to see, or changes to the game would you like to see? Like, you know, for instance, like instances, Demon Fortress, PvP, like, you know, stuff like that. John, I know you'd mentioned something about this before. What would you like to see,
Yeah.
like, kind of happen with the game, since it does look like we should be getting an update coming soon?
Yeah, so my trouble, I don't have an exact solution for it, but my issue is the arena. Because how it works right now is pretty much if you have a fair team, Evolution 6,
Mhm.
Evolution 7 or whatever, and you have a super quick main character, if you win depends on how quick your main character is, and that's pretty much if you're the quickest, you win because you can apply so many debuffs with either a Scarlet Saber or you can decrease the enemy attack bar with an Ice Dragon Saber.
Mhm.
So it's like who the main character kind of just chooses the speed of the main character decides the battle. And
Oh,
I
okay.
don't really like that. It's like just yeah, and that's kind of like Rich. Well, not necessarily Rachel Legends so much anymore, but it was that for a period as well. The quickest person would win there as well, and so I think they should do something about. I think like because the issue is if you're
Mhm.
playing it manually, you can choose whichever person you want to hit,
Mhm.
and the enemy will not be able to choose. So they need to upgrade the AI for the AI to be as smart or almost as smart as a player would. Because if you fight someone with an Ice Dragon Saber
Mhm.
and they get their turn, the AI of them will most likely not hit your main character or hits the character it should have to make the enemy have a higher likelihood of winning. So they somehow need to improve the AI behind the enemies in the arena, and I truly do think that it's a difficult thing to solve, and I'm not sure how you would solve it, but yeah, that's
Mhm.
one thing which I think should be improved. Just because right now how it works, it's pretty much the quickest person wins, and that's most likely it. So yeah, yeah, in my opinion, that's how arena works right now.
Yeah, I'm going to do a battle real quick by one of my guild mates who I know is a lot faster than me, and see if I even get a turn. Oh, I am. I'm getting a turn this time. He must have changed
Oh yeah,
something.
see,
Yeah,
if that AI was smart, it would hit your main character.
right. Yeah,
I
last
think
time I
also if
battled
the
him, I got destroyed because I never got a turn. Exactly what you were explaining was what happened to me every time I would attack him in the arena.
Yeah. So that's an issue. That's a problem. So they need to. I don't know what they can do, because the sound of nerfing, nobody likes nerfing, but to make it more balanced, they probably should nerf weapons for the main character. But then again, that's always frowned upon by players. So
Right.
I don't know. They could potentially have another type of weapon, which, like, you have your own type of weapon for PvE and bosses and stuff. Like one type of weapon for bosses and PvE, and one type of weapon, set different weapons for PvP, which you can only, like, to balance it, so you can use your
Mhm.
PvE and boss weapons as you normally would, and then for PvP you would have other weapons which would not break the game as much as they're doing right now.
I
If
think
the
they
if
have
the
said
PvP.
they have said about a weapon rebalancing that's coming, or they're working on it at the moment.
That's
So that would
Oh
solve
yeah,
some of the
that
issues,
would
but
that would
also
definitely take care
like
of some of that.
the attack
yeah.
bar down from champions like Haley and Sea Conqueror. If that was required accuracy to hit,
Hmm.
it would change the meta.
Yeah,
Which it
Yeah.
resistance needs to be fixed, as someone said in the chat.
Yeah, and accuracy needs to have a value, because at the minute it seems like it doesn't have any value at all, really.
Yeah,
No, it
really.
doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's I actually some people brought it up in my stream actually because they're like, well, why do you gotta like accuracy? Like, why are you worrying about accuracy on like your different fandoms? I'm like, eventually they're gonna fix this and you're gonna need the accuracy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely a thing right now where you don't need that accuracy even in the slightest. So I can't wait
I
for them to
also use
adjust
an
that.
accuracy rune, so I understand
Mhm.
it.
I think it's the inner raid Shadow Legends of me that I'm like, hey, this is how this game works. This is how other mobile gacha games. So I'm going to go ahead and do this anyways, just because
Yeah.
it may be
Mm.
useful.
Yeah, there's only two choices: resistance or accuracy, and accuracy is obviously the most fun if you're
Mhm.
thinking about the Red Shadow Legends way, because you want to apply whichever debuff. So
Right. Yeah. So I know, so it sounds like, you guys have some interesting updates that you would like to see happen. I know as far as myself goes, I did see when I did my video and I checked out the Southeast Asia version of the game, it looks like we're going to get some sort of filtering for our phantoms. I know one thing I would like to see is actually some other filtering just in general for, say, like your equipment, like your gear that you're going to put on your main summoner here, and then also like some filtering for the runes, because I don't know about you guys, but when I'm going to sort through my runes, it's kind of a lengthy process to figure out what you have rune wise.
yeah, I agree.
Mhm.
I agree with that.
Yeah, so I can't wait for them to adjust that.
Regarding runes,
Mhm.
I don't remember if I said this in the chat beforehand, but I want to ask you guys a little bit, and then I can first say what I want. But what kind of a rune? I can begin. What kind of rune set would you like to see? What kind of new variety would you like to see? Because we are waiting for the Morganter and Mystic in the Demon Fortress,
Mhm.
so there hopefully will be new sets going alongside that. And I do think like a set that increases speed would be kind of fun, like a set that increases the character speed
Okay, so you're saying
more
like
than
more
Harvest,
so
obviously.
more than harvest. Okay. Okay. So you're
Yeah,
saying
like a
like a
4-piece set, which
okay.
yeah, like a 4-piece set speeds with 15% attack or 20% attack,
Okay.
like a combination of speed with something would be kind of fun. But yeah, obviously Harvest does have speed, but yeah, I mean you can never have enough of that in the
Right.
game, not in real life, obviously.
I
Right.
think they should change where it says increases by 10% as well to increases by a numerical number.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
15,
Oh,
that
okay.
sounds good.
15
Instead
to
of
20,
scaling
for
it.
example. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
there's
could I could get behind that for sure, because I feel like that would be easier. I mean, because now you're going to be into like a decimal system for what kind of speed you're actually going to get increased, yada yada yada. Yeah, I feel like more of a flat stat speed boost would be I don't know, it'd be probably easier to even just the speed tune, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Also, someone said immunity gear. That would be great to be
yeah.
immune to debuffs for one round. Like we're just making this into Raid Shadow Legends. Let's just do that.
let's just
Immunity
take
gear, we
everything
need
good
Swift
from
parry.
Raid and just
Yeah,
bring it
Swift
over to Summoner's
parry, we
Glory
gotta...
with the
Yeah.
with the interaction that Summoner's Glory has, right? Let's just do that. Let's do that and call
Yes,
that good.
exactly.
That's funny.
Immunity gear would be very fun though. Genuinely, immunity would be
Oh
nice.
yeah. No, immunity would be really nice because I know Haley is such a like a stopping point in the arena because she gets one turn and she's gonna stun you with the headcracker set. So yeah, if you had immunity runes, it wouldn't matter, right? You wouldn't be able to get stunned, and then you'd actually get to continue the battle for once in the arena. So I think that'd be an awesome set to use. Myself, I like different runes that allow you to hit harder. Like I've always like any game I've ever played, I want to do the most damage possible. So I think any type of rune that would either like, so we've got squall runes right now, right? That they do crit damage. So I'd like to see something that does like crit damage. Maybe like say like a rune that does like, it's a 2-piece set for crit damage, like a lower crit damage amount. And then the 4-piece set is going to be like ignore defense or something like that. So that way you can really smack someone harder. I think that would be the kind of rune set that I would like to see, just to see like what kind of like nuke it down strategies you can come up with in game. Like I feel like that'd be a real fun theory crafting set.
That would actually be very, very fun. Yeah, the ignoring enemy armor is a fantastic idea. I think that would be quite fun to see.
Yeah, stick that one on Ankaris.
Right, and then see what happens.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be nuts.
5 million damage later.
Right, or even Goddess O, and it goes off the enemy max HP. Like, yeah, that would be awesome. I would definitely. That'd be a lot of fun. So, and then obviously, so we kind of touched about the arena guys. How about the Phantoms? Like, do you feel like the Phantoms are kind of balanced adequately in the game right now, or do you think we really need to have some sort of tweaks or kit changes? John, you want to start with that one?
Yeah. Well, I will say what everyone thinks, but they do not say. Secret Dancer probably should be nerfed, but let's not talk about that because she's great and we do not want her nerfed. But in general, she. If I was a game developer, I probably would have nerfed her. But yes, don't nerf her because I'm using her. So yeah. Another thing, like in general, like I think the healer champions in general. Well, as you have tried Goddess Zoe, you probably have a better insight into that. But from what I've experienced, like you don't having cool healers would be kind of fun. But I assume that Goddess Zoe is taking care of that, that part right there. But I always like games which has some incredible healers, which does many more things than just heal. And Goddess Zoe does sound like kind of a champion like that, I suppose.
She is. She's the DPS route, but I think like what you're getting at is, so you mentioned World of Warcraft earlier, so you're thinking more of like a really cool healer that had more support versus actual DPS, right? Is that kind of what you're getting at?
Yeah. A great support without having, just a support champion, which is as good as choosing to use them instead of a good DPS.
Gotcha.
Much, just to make the team more survivable. Because in arena right now, if you have an Evolution 8 Secret Dancer, if you do her attack 2 on anyone, they're most likely being one shot.
Gotcha.
That's cool and all, but it's like, where's the fun in just one shot? Like, I understand you're wanting to build like super nuke teams, but it would be nice to see more of the defensive / support champion, so that you're able to survive that Evolution 8 Secret Dancer, and then in turn build more strategies around that and make the game more in depth, I suppose, due to that.
Gotcha. Tacco, what about you, buddy?
It's a bit of a difficult one, honestly, because
okay,
although some of the champions are clearly very overpowered and they're noticeably good, everybody has them in their teams and everything like that. But there's also a lot of phantoms that have not been tried and tested. And we're actually discovering from some videos, again, I'll reference the Higher Standard, who's putting out videos with testing champions and damage from Evo 5 and upwards. And there's some actual phantoms that he's testing that nobody would have really batted an eyelid at without looking
Okay.
at that video. So, although the phantoms do need balancing, let's be honest for ourselves, they do. People like, I know John just said Secret Dancer, although we don't want it, she is very good,
Right.
very overpowered. But what we don't know is we've not tested everything in the game, so it's difficult to come to a conclusion of what needs balancing and what needs to happen to make them changes.
Yeah, I
Gotcha.
suppose that's
Gotcha.
true. And I think what you're saying is so good, and I completely agree with it. But the reason, and I suppose this could be a feature they that they should add, is you can only downgrade or like convert. I think Evolution 4, isn't that the highest, or Evolution 3?
3.
Is it Evolution 3? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that makes people scared of making a champion they've never seen do well or anything like that to over Evolution 3 because they're scared that it's a big waste.
Right.
So in order to counter that, the game should make it so that you can convert or reset a champion of a higher evolution level, because I don't think a lot of people, just giving an example here, would upgrade Demon Catcher to Evolution 7 just to see if she's good.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, so it's like people are too scared to experiment because it's such a pain. It's such a waste if the champion doesn't pan out.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's actually so I think once I get a couple more Evo 7s, what I would like to do is I want to actually Evo them up to 3 and then take them through like the Crystal Forge and kind of compare them that way. Just because, like John just said, right? Like we can't do the higher Evos, so maybe we can find a good testing ground at Evo 3 for the current game as it is. But yeah, Tacco, I almost agree with you as far as I don't know about the clear and obvious Phantom rebalance right now. Because I do feel like there is a lot of phantoms we've kind of neglected. Like I know, like Vizier, for example, who's a Wind Phantom, he can be set up to do massive amounts of damage because he doesn't need any crit rate. Because after he attacks once, his passive comes in, and then that boosts his crit rate up to like 75%. And then you bring Mystic in, and you can get a crit very easily to do a lot of damage. But I think that is definitely a Phantom that no one really wanted to test because, I mean, when you just clearly look at his kit right from the get-go, it's not that great. So I do feel like we need to do a little bit more testing before we get into Phantom rebalance. But I do know, yeah, I mean, as sad as it sounds, because I like to use like all the meta Phantoms right now, I do feel like they need to be nerfed just a little bit to kind of promote more of that the testing of all the other Phantoms, right?
Yeah, obviously
Yes.
there's some phantoms that they can't really touch, like Ankaris, because you
Right.
pay for it.
Yeah,
So-
exactly. I mean, there's definitely certain phantoms that are like the super rare ones, like Ankaris, Goddess Zoe, and even I would guess even maybe Puppeteer, because she seemed to be awfully rare to pull as well. And King Arthur, yeah, you probably can't really adjust them just because of their rarity and the amount of money that's required to get them. But yeah, I do feel like some of your more common phantoms, maybe they should do like a little bit of a rebalance once we get a little bit more testing done to see, okay, well, this is actually how they line up and what they can do. So
Yeah, I think what they'll end up.
Yeah,
John, go
sorry,
on.
you can talk. Okay. I will talk. I will talk now. Thanks. Okay. So I actually suggested this to, I think it was Unfair, that we should, the creators should have access to like a sandbox type of server where where they had pretty much infinite materials to test out champions and then obviously show those champions off in the video on YouTube and Twitch, and then also be able not only to show viewers that, hey, you should focus on this champion or you should focus on that champion.
Right.
It also gives the developers some incredible feedback as well, because you can show something to Unfair and he shows it to developers and say, this champion is good there, it could be tweaked a little bit that way, you could build the champion a little bit like that. So having a sandbox server for creators to not only create good content, it would also allow for viewers to obviously see incredible content, which isn't to see other champions and Ankaris. So I think that would be fun.
Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. I think I would I think I would like that, give us like a dummy server, so that way we're not messing with like, the synergy within server 1, 2, and 3. Give us like a dummy server with a max
obviously.
account, and then that way, I mean, it could even promote to us like, working together to do different strategies, right? Like, for example, like we could do like a mock arena battle with the PvP duel with our maxed accounts and kind of test out how phantoms are going to interact with each other as far as AI and everything else goes. So I think that is definitely a very spot on idea. Tacco, what's your kind of thoughts on that, man?
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Oh, seriously? I'm sorry. I didn't notice. Okay,
But
well, yeah,
poor
we're
John
on the
stealing
same
your
wavelength
thunder.
right here. Yeah.
No, I think it's correct, honestly, because it also gives developers good analytics as to what's going on within the game, and that will also help with the champion rebalancing. So I think it's a really good idea.
I do too. I think so Raid just did this not long ago, and I think that's kind of why they did it. So I know like Cold Brew and Chosen did a video on some Raid champions, and then the champions got nerfed before they got released because they tested it in the test server. So I could definitely get behind that idea. I feel like that would be a very solid thing to implement. And who knows, maybe as this game grows and gets bigger, that may be something they actually implement down the line. So
Yeah, that would be very fun. Not only for the creators, but hopefully for the people watching as well, and also useful for the developers.
Yeah, I think I definitely agree with that. I think that would be super helpful. That's awesome. So, guys, that's actually the list of topics I kind of had to go over. Was there anything that you guys kind of wanted to bring up and share on how you feel about the game, or changes coming to the game, or just anything in general? Tacco, did you have anything you wanted to kind of talk about or bring up?
Well, honestly, I think the game's in a good place at the moment. Obviously, it's still considered in a soft launch, so to
Okay.
speak. So it's not globally launched. So although everybody is anticipating the update and everything, it's the game's moving in the right direction, from my opinion.
Okay.
And I feel like the game can go very far as well.
Nice. John, what about you?
Yeah, so I really enjoy also the direction the game is going. It's just that I don't know about you guys, but I myself am usually a very impatient person, and I do like those frequent updates.
Right.
So what I'm most looking forward to is when hopefully it is globally released, that we will get more things to do, because what kind of obviously I still want to play the game, and I'm still playing the game, except for now recently, but it feels, once you've completed the story, it does not feel like you have terribly much to do, but that's only because, like, for me, like, what my day was, it's pretty much logging in, doing the personal quests with guild quests if necessary, and just helping a few people a little bit in an instance, then doing the battle assistant, as you guys know, and doing the quests, the daily quests, and the normal quests, and that kind of was a day. And once you do this for many weeks in a row, it's like I wish, and I think, and I hope that the game will have more things for us to do, so that the day will be more different than what it is right now, at least for me. But I do enjoy the
Okay.
game direction, but it's like it can always be better.
Yeah. There's always room for improvement, and piggybacking off your impatient part, I can be impatient, hence why I usually wail out in most games that I play, unfortunately.
Same, sadly.
But yeah, I feel like, I don't know, this game to me, it seems to be just a little different, like, because the updates do seem to be getting a little slow right now, but I feel like it's because they're working, like, having some of the information leaked to us as content creators. We're kind of aware of some of the updates coming, so I feel like I'm kind of okay with the waiting right now, for the update to come out. It's just kind of, it is a little sad because you log in the day and you're like, okay, well, let's play this for a few hours, and then then we'll log off, and then we'll go again tomorrow. You know what I mean? So Yeah, I definitely I can't wait for the new update so that hopefully we can get more involved in the game, and it'll be something more to where like you want to play it for the day, you know what I mean? Like when you have your free time.
Yeah, they just need to add more systems. Like like for the longest time, I'll reference Red Shadow Legends again. They just had the dungeons, campaign, arena, and that was pretty much it. Obviously, shard openings and whatever, but that was pretty much it for the longest time. And people really got tired of that. So then they added faction wars. Very much later, Doom Tower, and they did a lot of things like that. And I do think that this game hopefully will follow somewhat in not copying the systems obviously, but adding more systems in general, so people have more things to do in the day, so that it's not like rinse and repeat.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely. I mean, I can definitely agree with that, and I hope that is what comes. So real quick, guys, before we get going here, do you guys got time to interact with chat and actually kind of? It looks like we had a few questions that got submitted during the podcast. You guys feel like hanging out for a second to answer in those?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Awesome. So it seems like Nightmare posed a. Oh no, let's start at the bottom. Oh, Joey B got in there with the first question.
Oh,
So
here we go.
yeah, here we go. The server 2 tumbleweed owner. Joey B92 says, if you give the developers one piece of advice for the future of the game, what would it be? Tacco, you want to lead us on that one?
Frequent updates.
Okay.
That's all they need to do. They just need to listen to the community, which obviously I know they're doing. They're listening to the community, but it just needs to be more frequent and quicker updates.
Okay. So for me, I've been around the block a good few years, as I'm sure you guys probably also have.
Yeah.
With developers based in countries such as China, which is completely fine. They make excellent games. It's very difficult to get in contact with them. Like you have to go through many layers of people. It feels like, and so my advice to them is to get more involved with the community and more directly involved with the community, so that you don't have to go through this person and through that person to contact them. Like you have a more open relationship with them, I suppose. And then they will also not then it will not, because you know about the thing. If you have 20 people, one person is saying something to one person and the next and the next, and by the end like the original thing said will probably be different. And so that would also make the suggestions and potentially bug issues way more clear to developers, because then it's direct instead of going through people.
Okay. Yeah, I think if I had one piece of advice to him, I think I'd probably piggyback off of John's idea here, because it does seem like we just got to get that more continuity between the developers, the publishers, and our content creators, obviously. But I do feel like, yeah, that would be probably my biggest suggestion, is just implementing a better way of doing it. Like, I understand there's going to be language barriers, and there's going to be, there's going to be certain things that pop up that make it harder, right, for people to converse with said developers and whatnot. But I do feel like, yeah, that would be that'd probably be my advice as well to the developers, is get more of the, figure out a better system that makes it easier for us all to communicate, because even then we're also fighting time zones, being as I'm in America, right, and it's 2:00 for me. It's like what, 7-8 o'clock for you guys at night, so it does make it very hard for information to get out to us all at once.
Yeah.
So
and
it would be nice to
China right now. China, I believe it's like 3 a.m. Like it's very like it's in the middle
it's
of the
3 in
night
the morning right now for them. Yeah. So so I feel like, maybe, if they could come up with some sort of like a even if it's just like a Discord server or something like that, to where we could formally pose information and questions, and then as they become available or online, they could, answer that feedback, so that way we can get more of a direct feedback with the developers than what we have currently. I think that would be my biggest piece of advice.
But this is no offense to Unfair. He's a very good
Mm-mm.
filter. Just saying, he's a good person.
Oh yeah. I feel bad for poor Unfair. He deals with us so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
If I was him, I
Everything
think I
goes
would have
through the
already
filter
cracked
through
already.
him.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, so the next question we have here is from Nightmare813. He says, if you can only have one thing fixed between Clan Boss or Arena and Summoner's Glory, which would you prefer? Oh, okay. So Clan Boss or Arena, you can only get one of them fixed. John, what would you have fixed first?
100% Arena.
Okay.
Arena for sure. So like that's easy for me.
Okay. Taco, what about you?
I'd say Arena as well.
Arena
Because
as well.
there's more players involved in Arena than there is in Guild Boss.
Okay.
Because if your Guild Boss is only relative to your own guild or what guild you're in,
And
whereas
Guild Boss would
PvP
be
Arena is against everyone.
Okay.
yeah. And
Okay.
Guild
So you
Boss
guys
is
are
very easy to fix.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
All they have to do there is just change the rewards in Guild Boss.
Yeah, and they can also just make it unkillable.
Yeah.
This is very true. Yeah, I feel like you guys are probably right on that one. I feel like Arena would be the best, just because I feel like that also help with just bringing more people into the game, because I know a lot of people prefer actually doing like the PvP style of gaming versus the PvE, right? So
Yeah, I
so
mean,
we're
yeah.
looking at chat. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm just shameless self-promoting here, you know. Just don't worry about me. No.
No, I promoted
it's fine.
you,
It's
and then
fine. It's
Incredible
fine.
John promoted himself.
Yeah. But yeah, and in general, Clan Boss, like or Guild Boss, that's incredibly easy for the developers to fix. What's the most tough thing to fix would be the Arena. So,
Okay.
and you have way more things to do in Arena than in Clan Boss anyway.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. So it looks
Have
like
you guys?
What's that? Go ahead.
Have you guys actually done Guild Boss?
I have not. I'm the leader of my guild, and I haven't summoned it because I've talked to enough people that they're like, it dies too quickly. So I'm like, well, I'm not going to waste our points on it if it just dies instantly. So
Yeah, I've not witnessed it at all.
huh. Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe I should try that
I
and do a
play Clan
video on
Boss a
it.
lot, or Guild Boss a lot. I've done it like 10 to 20 times. It's just pretty much when you're at our level, you have to be very careful not to just, because you can kill the easy one and medium one in one hit,
Okay.
usually, and then the hard one you can kill in 2 hits. So it's pretty much just doing for me when it comes to the hard boss, because we do in the guild I'm in, we have a lot of strong players, so I always just do like 51% of the damage so that I get the max rewards. I know it's kind of unfair, but it's better than just killing it.
Right.
And with the medium boss, I just do like 10% hits, not even that. And with the easy boss, I also just do a 10% hit just to get the rewards. And the rewards aren't even too great, but I mean, it's better than nothing. So
right.
It's just being very careful, and that's why I think the bosses should simply just be unkillable. Would solve a lot of issues, and they should last the entire day, and they should be unkillable. That would be the fix.
Okay. Awesome. Well, I mean, so yeah, really, we kind of touched on both of them, so that's awesome. I don't really have anything as far as that goes, just because I haven't played with it yet. So that kind of makes me think now I need to summon the guild boss just so I can say, oh yeah, this is how this works. So,
yeah, it's kind of fun. It gives some gold books. Like I believe if you do it how I do it, you can probably get, like, that would be like you can get 7 or 8 gold books every day.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So it's something. It's something.
Oh, okay. Fair. So it looks like we have one more question here that I can see that's appropriate for a podcast here. How hard should Taskmere Palace be? So for those of you who are listening in right now and aren't aware of it, the developers have teased us with another instance to be coming at some point in time with an update that's going to be harder than currently the Ghost Vault hard. So how hard do you guys feel that this new instance really should be? John, you want to start us off with that question?
Yes, sure. So I think the instance should be so hard as people, because that's the last for now. It looks like, yeah, it's the only
Mm-hmm.
locked instance. It shouldn't be able to be soloed. I think you should, because instance, in my opinion, is for people to team up. Like an
Mm-hmm.
instance, soloing it is cool and all, but I feel like instance should be a team, or
Okay.
like it should be a squad system, and therefore I think that it should be so difficult as people, so that people cannot solo it, so that people have to work together. But that's also an issue, because if you see someone later on, way later down the road, have like Evolution 10 champions,
Mm-hmm.
obviously they're stronger than a full squad with Evolution 7 champions or Evolution 8 even.
Gotcha.
So it's interesting. It's very interesting. I think instances in general should have 10 difficulty levels, and then the higher the difficulty level, obviously the better the rewards and better percentages for legendary gear. But at that point you can pretty much go as far as
Mm-hmm.
you can, and level 10 would be like a full squad of Evolution 10 to be able to beat it. So it would scale with the players. I think that would be fun to add to it. And with that new one, I hope it will be a team, or in this case squad based difficulty, to where you cannot solo it.
Okay. Okay. Tacco, what about you? How hard do you think it should be? Give me some numbers here.
Again, I think it's a bit of a difficult one, because they need to balance it correctly.
Okay.
Because it could be the last instance that we get for quite a few months, 3 months, whatever. Let's say,
Okay.
as an example. Within those 3 months, you need to say, are they going to allow champions to go higher evos now? Are they going to go up to 13?
Okay.
If they're not, and they're staying at Evo 8, then how do they balance the difficulty in that aspect? If
Well,
Okay.
if
Evo 10
they
is the
if they
highest.
eight's highest at the moment.
Oh, I thought it was 10. Isn't it 10?
No,
No, eight,
Oh,
eight is the
shoot.
highest right now.
I-
Yeah.
I genuinely thought it was Evolution 10. I'm sorry.
I think they changed it, because you also had a level cap of 210 at the beginning. It's now 190.
Yep.
I think so. I think they scaled it down.
Okay,
But
okay. I genuinely thought it was 10, but if it's just 8, then yes, yeah. Okay, very cool. Very
so,
cool.
So yeah,
But
I think yeah. Go ahead.
honestly,
Taco.
I would say that you'd have to have an Evo 10, an Evo 10 or 11 to do it, if they go through and update the Evo
Okay.
numbers.
So you're
If they
saying
don't,
scaling wise, you would need to have like an Evo 10 or 11 for what the difficulty should be, is what you're kind of saying, right? Just to
yeah,
clarify.
because the thing
Okay.
is, at the moment, if they released it now with just Evo 8s in the game, most of us here could probably already do it. Within our squads, we could already do it, no problem at all, because they
Okay.
can't scale it any higher.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I feel like that's a good thing to point out. And yeah, that was kind of my thought on it as well. Is like you would have to add some sort of an Evo level, and I would think I'd want to see that instance not be so farmable, because like right now, I mean, Ghost Vault Hard, we're getting to the point now where we can solo Ghost Vault Hard, right, with the right Phantom combinations, and you can have 2 people in a squad to solo it. I think I would like to see the Taxmere Palace actually go the route of like, say, like WoW or Final Fantasy 14, so on and so forth, where you need a full set of squads and you need to have like every sort of position full, like, you know, like X amount of DPS, X amount of healing, X amount of support Phantom, so on and so forth, to kind of really bolster that good Phantom roster to be able to take it down.
Yeah, as long as the battles doesn't take 40 minutes.
Yeah. It can't take 40 minutes like WoW or something like that. But
it would be a little bit much.
this is true. This is very true. It is a mobile game. I guess we gotta keep that in mind. Even though we play it on our computers, it is a mobile game. So that's a good point. So, all right, guys. Well, I think that's all the questions I have for us today. Do you guys want to take turns here and kind of shout out and give yourself your selfless your promotions and let people know where they can find you? Tacco, you want to go ahead and start off with that one and let the guys know where they can find you and content you're going to be doing, so on and so forth?
Yeah, so you can find me on YouTube, Tacco Gaming, and you can find me on Twitch, Tacco_Gaming TV. I
Okay.
stream every Saturday and Sunday, 6 p.m. UK time, which
Okay.
was an hour ago, on Saturdays and Sundays, and I upload not very often.
Okay.
But when I do, just make sure you watch it.
Nice, nice. All right, John, where can the viewers find you at, man?
YouTube.com Incredible John
Okay.
and twitch.tv/The Incredible John. And as for Twitch, I'm very irregular with streaming on Twitch. I do want to get like it's the principle where you say you're going to do something and you don't do it. So that's kind of my experience with Twitch right now. But you can follow me there if you want to, and you can also watch my YouTube videos. Currently, I'm doing some sponsored stuff with a game called Divinity's Rise. So if you want to see that, that's cool. But in general, I do upload Raid Shadow Legends and I upload Summoner's Glory for the most part. But due to some health stuff, I haven't uploaded as much lately. But I will get right back on there. So yeah, hopefully I will see some of you guys on YouTube.
Awesome. So thank you guys so very much. Guys, definitely make sure you go follow their content, check them out. Like, we just had a good discussion about this. Obviously, they're very knowledgeable at the game, and it sounds like more content's coming from them. So definitely take some time out of your day, go give them the like and subscribe on YouTube, and go follow them on Twitch. So that way you can see it when they go live. And guys, that is going to conclude the podcast for Phantom's Call, episode 3. And until next time, guys, peace.